Hey YouTube, welcome back. It's PokeTie with another video. Thank you all for watching the first one with the intro video of my channel, what we're going to be going over. So if you watched that, I greatly appreciate it. And if you came back from that and wanted to watch this one, even better. So thank you very much. Today we're going to be going over the top 10 different arts from the first edition packs. So not necessarily going over which ones are the most expensive or the rarest or anything like that, but just in my opinion, which of the art from the card is the best. So leading off at number 10, we are going to go with Blastoise. So this card is worth a great amount of money now. Everybody in the Pokemon world knows that, and I'm not picking it because of that, obviously, but just because of the Pokemon itself and the art that is on the card. So you have Blastoise just standing in the middle there, but then you also have that green and blue kind of misty background. And if you did get the hollow form, it kind of accentuates all of that. He's kind of standing in the power pose. And with just the entire blue of the card and the yellow around it, which all the cards are yellow, but I really feel like the yellow on this one makes this card look so much better and pop with all those blues. So that's why I'm picking Blastoise at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we are going to have Zapdos, one of the 3 legendary birds. Not necessarily my favorite of the 3, but the art is phenomenal on this card, especially when you do get the hollow form of it. So Zapdos has his wings wide open, his feet and talons looking like they are going to be coming at you. The nice purple sky background like it's an actual like thunderstorm and it's coming out of it. And when you get the hollow form, it makes it look like lightning is coming out of his wings, like he's doing Thunder Shock or one of his other lightning moves. This card I've loved since I was a little kid, and I think it's fantastic. And then just the full yellow all around it is just an excellent art. Coming in at number 8, we have another electric Pokemon, Jolteon. One of Eevee's evolution Pokemon. Jolteon is much like Zapdos, where his form is coming at you using an attack with the lightning bolts coming off of his back. His bike's all spiky, and then you have kind of the purple background behind it, kind of accentuating the yellow, and then also the full yellow of the card around it makes it look awesome. Again, not a super expensive card. Granted, all first edition cards are going to be worth some money, but this card to me and the art around it is just phenomenal. Coming in at number 7, getting away from the electric type Pokemon, we are going with Alakazam. Now this is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon, especially from the 150 and through the countless other Pokemon, 800 plus Pokemon now that there are. This card, I remember getting it when I was a little kid and just falling in love with it. He's not really doing any power pose like the Jolteons or the Zapdoses are doing, but he's just kind of standing there menacingly, looking like he's about to use one of those psychic powers that he has with the purple background, and you almost get like a haze around him, like he's going back and forth, so you can't see exactly what his full character is. And then obviously, if you get the foil edition, or the hollow edition, that makes it look even better. Next, coming in at number 6, going back to the Eevee evolutions, we have Flareon. Now this card's colors is really what grabs me. Flareon with its tail out behind it, looking like it's jumping at its enemy. And then you have the red with the green in the middle fading into the purple. I think that's just an awesome art form for what is a kind of a mono-colored Pokemon. I mean, you do have yellow, but it is mostly red, and the red goes into its fur or flames, whichever one it is. And then you do have the full red around the card, and then the yellow accentuating that. This Pokemon and its form on the card is really what grabs me, bringing it up that high, and especially the colors in the background. Coming in at number 5, midway through, we have Aerodactyl. So Aerodactyl's card is cool in the way that it takes up most of the actual square and its wings are going outside of the actual image itself. So it's flying at you, mouth wide open, and then you have the blues and the greens behind it. And when you do get that hollow card, really bringing out that background and everything to it. So this card was one of the mystery fossils and isn't necessarily part of the packs, the first edition packs. I believe it was the fossil packs that it came in, but I still do count it as the first edition because it has the first edition on that bottom left-hand corner of the square. This is one of my favorite Pokemons of all time. I love the episode in the original Pokemon when they first found it and they get stuck underneath the ground with Team Rocket and all that. So this Pokemon and its art really speaks to me from childhood. Next up at number 4, one of the beasts from Pokemon Red and Blue. If you evolved it from its base form, which you saw a lot of, and this one is Pidgeot. So this card, with the move that it's using, I assume it's using Gust in this picture, and kind of the wind and the sky behind it really makes this card look phenomenal. Pidgeot looking like a menacing beast in it, not really taking up all of the square like Aerodactyl did, but it still looks great, and one of the best arts I've seen on cards, obviously with it coming in at number 4. Coming into the top 3 now, we have another Pokemon that you probably wouldn't expect most people to pick. It is not a holo, it is not one of the super expensive cards, but at number 3 we have Rhydon. Evolving from Rhyhorn, in this Pokemon card you have him stampeding through what looks like a forest at a trail at you, throwing rocks up in the air, looking like he's about to just run you right over with his horn attack and ram, which I can only assume is the attack it's using on this card. But actually having, instead of a solo or couple color background, you actually have a picture and art in the back. So that's what makes this card really cool for me, especially with Rhydon being such an awesome Pokemon, trying to get it in Pokemon Snap and all of that. So coming in at number 3, we have Rhydon. And coming in at number 2, a Pokemon y'all probably saw coming here at some point, maybe wondering why it's at number 2, but I'll explain why. But number 2 is everyone's favorite, the most expensive card in Pokemon, Charizard. This card is an absolute monster. Everybody knows why it looks good. You don't even need to explain why. It's breathing fire. The fire goes along with the background in the holographic form. It just sparkles. It makes it look like it's alive coming off the card. Charizard is literally most people's favorite Pokemon, or if not in their top 3 to top 5. It definitely is for me. This card looks phenomenal. If only I had the money to actually get a first edition Charizard, but maybe if this YouTube channel actually turns out, maybe we'll get one day. But Charizard at number 2. And coming in at number 1, we have a non-holographic, but still one of everyone's favorite, one of the first 3 that you can choose from. See if you can guess it down in the comments. It's Squirtle. Now, Squirtle being one of the expensive cards in the first edition, because it is one of the first 3 Pokemon, one of which you obviously choose from in the video games, unless you're playing Pikachu, Pokemon Yellow. But again, like Rhyhorn or Rhydon, Squirtle actually has art around it. It's sitting on what looks like grapes or some form of bubbles. It has some trees in the background. It's full of color, and he's using bubble, which is on the card as well. So I just think that the actual movement of this card and what Squirtle is actually doing, and just having fully encompassing kind of what Squirtle is to the Pokemon world, I think it makes it so much better that they did the card this way instead of having it like a Zapdos or like a Pidgeot, and just having those couple colors in the background and making it a holographic. Granted, of course, it's just a common card, but nowadays it's super rare to find in first edition, and the art in this card is just absolutely fantastic. So that rounds up my top 10, my personal top 10 favorite Pokemon cards from the first edition. Let me know in the comments what your favorite first edition Pokemon cards are, and I will happily go and look those up and see if I made a mistake on which ones I think are the best. But I did take a lot of time looking at each and every one of the first 150 and ranking these. It was not easy. Of course, you know, I skipped Venusaur and a couple of other big ones that people like, but I just thought the art on those was just kind of plain, with the Pokemon just kind of standing there, not really doing a lot. I really wanted the art to like do something and have the Pokemon like acting in the way Pokemon do. So that's why I love the art of Pokemon. I think it's way better than what, you know, these cards are actually worth today. People only buying cards because they're expensive or all this and they're collector's item. I get that, and don't get me wrong, like if I could have a collection of expensive Pokemon cards, I would. But in terms of a fan's perspective, the art is what really speaks to me, especially from when I was a kid and bringing it all the way back from when I was getting my first Pokemon cards. My first Charmander was my first card. I love that card. I think it's fantastic. Then in lunch one day, my mom gave me a Blastoise because she would just give me random Pokemon cards in my lunch bag. So those are like the fond memories I have of getting these first edition cards. I wish I had them today, sure, but now I can go back, look at them all again, and see what I really loved about them. So again, let me know in the comments what your favorite ones are. Let me know if you want me to do one of these with like the second generation or other generations, or maybe my favorite cards in any of the other editions, like the new Sword and Shield packs or something like that. But for now, please go ahead and like this video. If you made it all the way through, hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me, help this channel grow. First video out, we're gonna get better at this. I'll get better with the video, the audio, everything. So thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.